Danny Segura for MMA Junkie. I'm here with Marcos Buchecha, who returns on November 8th against Amir Aliakbari on 169. Marcus, how are you? How you been, brother?
Very good. How about yourself?
Good, man. It's been a while since I've talked to you. I think last time I talked to you was at American Top Team, where you were just kind of getting your journey started in mixed martial arts. You know, you're several fights in now, so it's been nice to see the progression and be able to talk to you here. How are you feeling entering this event? You were on a streak. You suffered a defeat on your last bout. How was that experience like? I know you're a longtime competitor in the world of jiu-jitsu, so you're no stranger to some adversity. But in mixed martial arts, was it different than jiu-jitsu experiencing a defeat? If you could put into context, like how was that like?
Yeah, it's been a long time, man, since we spoke, like you said. But it's been a good journey. I cannot complain. I have five fights and just one loss, just like you said too. And of course, I didn't want to win the last fight, but it happens. So I learned it was a good experience, and it is what it is, right? It's part of the journey. Unfortunately, it's not the first, and it's not going to be the last fight that I lose in my career. And lesson learned. So we keep moving on. We keep moving on, and I'm ready to fight again. So we're really excited.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been over a year, no, since we last saw you. Is there a reason why you've been out for so long?
No, man, I was ready
Yeah,
since the fight, But unfortunately, that's not up to me. That's because of the organization. That because I want to keep active and I want to keep fighting, but I don't know the reason to it. That's why I was out, but wasn't up to me.
yeah. But if it were up to you, you'd be fighting. What's like an ideal number for you to fight? Three, two times a year?
Three, three, three minimum times a
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
Before I did four fights in 11 months. Four, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm the kind of guy that I want to be active. In jiu-jitsu, I used to fight a lot. So to be sitting out for 15 months for me, it was horrible. A bad experience for my career. I'm not getting any younger, so
Yeah.
but it is what it is. I can't
Yeah.
complain. What past is past. Now I have to focus on the future.
Yeah, for sure. Are you hoping that that's something that changes? I don't know if you've spoken to the people over at One. Hey, keep me a little busy. I want to be more active. I don't know if that's something that you've relayed, and is that something you hope that sort of gets rectified moving forward?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, things gotta change about that.
Cool. Awesome. And I wanted to ask you obviously about this fight. It's a big fight. Your opponent is on quite a streak. He's beaten guys like Brandon Vera, Arjun. He's doing quite well. What are your thoughts on him? I know he's got a wrestling background, but if you can give us sort of a scouting report, what have you picked up on him, and where do you think you have the advantages in this fight?
Yeah, just like you said, he's been a good winning streak. We have like a similar record on one
Hmm.
championship. Of course, he has like a career before one, but he has like four victories. I have four victories, so he has two losses. I have one, so it's like pretty much similar what we did on one championship. Like I said, he fought Rising. He fought a lot of events before that, so of course he has a more experience than me in MMA overall. But he's a tough opponent. Of course, fought a lot of tough guys, and it's gonna be a good fighting grappler against grappler. So it's gonna be really interesting for the audience to watch the fights.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see it. I think it's going to be a very interesting fight, as you mentioned. A good clash of styles there, and this is a big fight too. Obviously, under one championship, like it's a meaningful fight for the heavyweight division. So, I know you're coming off of defeat, but still, like your work prior to that was really good, and that fight with Rug was very competitive, and you had a lot of good moments there. Do you feel like a win here could set you up potentially for a title shot?
Yeah, but I'm being honest with you. I don't think about that right now. I always think one step at the time. So my focus on this fight right now, and after the fight, I like to set my next goals. So I don't like to think like ahead like that. I
Yeah,
always in my life I live day by day. I don't I don't think too much about tomorrow. I think about today. So it's been like this forever for me. So that's how I think. I know I don't worry about belt and fighting for the belt right now. If it
Hmm.
happens, happens. But that's not something that I have in the back of my head
Yeah.
or when I go to fight.
And in the main event of that card, we'll see the title being up for grabs with Malakin taking on Rug Rug. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that fight, any prediction. Who do you think is going to come out the winner on that one?
I think Anatoly. If I have, I don't bet, but if I have to bet, I put all
Hmm.
my money on about Anatoly. You know, I think he's a much better fighter, much better like striker, and I think we're gonna get the knockout.
So you expect to finish in the main event. Do you have any I know you don't want to get ahead, and us journalists and media love getting ahead and thinking like 2-3 steps ahead. But um, let's say you were to get an opportunity to fight for the belt. Do you care who it comes against or whoever?
Whoever, be honest with you. But if I fight for the belt, I think would be with the better grappler, which is well, the better fighter,
Hmm.
which will be would be Anatoly
Yeah.
for sure. So I think, and I think would be like a better fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, if I wish to have the rematch, but they gave the title shot for him, which is cool. So,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to wait to see what would happen. So it would take me like another 15 months. You know what I mean? So I don't have that time. I don't have all that time in the world.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good while, especially if you're trying to keep active.
Yeah,
And I wanted to ask you, now in the jiu-jitsu world, it's been a while. When was the last time you competed in jiu-jitsu?
yeah. It was 2019.
19, right?
Yeah. So being honest with you, I thought a lot and maybe to fight grappling again
Yeah.
because I was so being like not active. So I almost fought grappling, but I didn't. So maybe it's something that I'm gonna start doing again to just to keep more active.
Right.
And I love to compete.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, you're one of the world's best in that area. I mean, you're a historic figure for the grappling community. So yeah, I wanted to ask you like what when will we see you? Like is there more interest now in MMA than grappling, or is grappling sort of kind of taking a back seat? Like where are you at in your grappling career? Because you've achieved so much. If you didn't compete again, I mean, I think you would still be, considered very highly in that world, but I don't know where you stand in your grappling career.
Yeah, being honest, like I said, my focus on it's on MMA, but if I can fight like grappling to keep active and to keep like competing, to keep the adrenaline going on,
Yeah.
it's something that is not gonna make me harm anything in my career. So that's why I wanna do it. There is like a lot of new events coming
Hmm.
up, and I have a big name in jiu-jitsu, so for me it's easy to get like in those shows, and so it's something that I'm planning to do next year for sure.
Okay, nice. And you're obviously an ADCC legend, so I got to ask you about like this whole thing between ADCC and Craig Jones. Mixed opinions. He's definitely been a disruptor in the community. I don't know if you're into that. Some people are like, yeah, I mean, the more competitions, the better. It raises the level of everyone. Some people don't like maybe his style and the way he's gone about things. I don't know if you have an opinion on I guess what Craig Jones is doing and like their whole drama and beef with ADCC.
Yeah, man. First of all, I like Craig Jones and I like Mo. Both are my friends. I like both of them, and I think competition is always good.
Yeah.
Of course, I I don't like the drama involved, but to have two big tournaments so people choose and decide what they're gonna fight, it's something good for sure. And if I ever fight again, for sure, I don't fight ADCC anymore. I didn't like
Okay.
how like something happens in the last one about the rule set, sometimes the points, the penalties. So it's hard, like you don't know when you're gonna get. So it's pretty much up to the table. So I don't like that anymore. I like the CGI, the format being, I think, was really interesting.
Yeah.
So round by round, you know who's winning. You know when you have to push. So I like that. That is like fight pass
Hmm.
going on to who's number one. So that is like all kind of rule sets. So that give me kind of options to choose where I want to be, and for sure to fight for $1 million too is not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So yeah, you know what I mean. So for grappling, that's something that I did pretty much not even think about money back in the day. So I have a lot of options on the table. So that's good. Back in the day, I didn't have.
Yeah.
So that's why like to see a long time sitting out, it's to have those options. That's something that I'm gonna use right now. I'm not gonna let that happen again. To
Yeah.
be out for so long without being active in
And
any other sport.
yeah, for sure. And by the way, can you compete? Most fighters, right, can compete, right? I don't know how like it works with one championship. Like if you wanted to compete in like a CGI, you have the green light, full permission, I guess.
Yeah, I will. I will have.
Okay. Cool. Well, man, looking forward to this November 8th fight. I mean, every time we get to see you in the cage or in the ring, it's always super exciting giving your background in jiu-jitsu, and hopefully to see you back in that world as well. You're a legend, and the sport has changed a lot, and I think it'd be fun to get you back out there. So thank you again for the time, and best of luck in your fight, man.
Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate. Always a pleasure to be here. Uh, and looking forward to talk to you after the fight as well.